Hello and welcome to another classic movie review here, and today we're going to be reviewing Taxi Driver. It came out in 1976, directed by Martin Scorsese, however you say it, I'm sorry. Starring obviously Robert De Niro, Jodie Foster, Sybil Shepherd, and Harvey Keitel. But before I get into the movie, the review, I have to say a spoiler alert, so definitely consider yourselves warned on all things spoilers for Taxi Driver. Also, I have to say we have a new Facebook page. It's facebook.com/ccinemareviews page. So definitely check that out. We're also on Twitter at ccinemareviews and Google Plus C Cinema Reviews. So if you don't get notified here when I put up a new video, definitely follow the channel on any of those three platforms, and I will post every time I put up a new video. Also, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy this review and want to see more like it in the future. Let's get into it. So, Taxi Driver. Is it good? Of course it's good. It all comes down to Robert De Niro. You see, if he doesn't convince us, then the movie fails, because this movie more than anything relies on his performance. But he absolutely does convince us. He conveys very well the frustration with the scum of New York City. We as an audience believe that he is in love with Betsy, who looks mighty fine, if I do say so myself. And then we understand and we believe that he's genuinely frustrated with her, even though it's probably his fault. He's a man who is willing to do whatever is right in his mind, other than killing a presidential candidate. I still don't understand why he was gonna do that. But through his eyes, we see, child prostitution, and I know that it's bad, but I probably would have gone about stopping that in a different way. So, but yet we understand why he did what he did, because Robert De Niro conveys the anger, really the anger necessary to push someone over the edge. It's just a great performance by him. Now, look, I'm not a director, so I can't really tell you what I see in Scorsese as a director. Scorsese, correct me in the comment section below, please do. um I can't really tell you what it is about him and what he does in this movie to direct it in such a way. I just know that he took very good care of this movie, and he did a really good job, because there never seems to be anything in this movie that is out of place. There's never a character in this movie that is in there to just do nothing. There's always, a word of dialogue. There's always things in there thrown in there that are may seem like they're just not important, but they actually work, and it's not like they don't need to be in there. I can just tell that he took good care with this story and with what happened. He also puts in a pretty good performance. He plays a man who hates his wife because his wife is sleeping with another man. And he's really good, because he's like, hey, you ever seen what a 44 Magnum can do to a woman's face? And it was like, oh, okay. He wants to kill. He hates his wife so much that he wants to use a 44 Magnum to blow her face apart and then kill her lover. And you can see with their dynamic in the way that it's shot, where you see Robert De Niro looking in the mirror, and there's certain shots where it's just his eyes. The camera is facing towards the rear view mirror, and you just see his eyes in the mirror, and it's such a good job, because Robert De Niro is so disgusted with this guy, but he doesn't do anything but just stares at the man. But he gives that Robert De Niro stare where it's like, if I ever see you again, if we were to meet on the street, if we were to see each other ever again, you will die. Robert just gives that stare. It's like, I will bury you in the ground the next time I see you. And it's quite honestly one of the best the best scenes in the movie. Let's talk a little bit about Jodie Foster. I personally think that she is yeah, Bobby De Niro is the most important part of this movie, but if Jodie Foster doesn't isn't as good as she is in this movie, I feel like it would be a one trick pony. But the fact that Jodie Foster is so good in this movie, I think really rounds out this movie. She was really good. The first time we meet her, she's trying to get away from Harvey Keitel's character of Sport, but she doesn't, obviously. And it almost seems like she's got like Stockholm syndrome. It's weird because they have a really nice scene where she and Harvey Keitel's character they have a nice dance, and they like dance together because she's saying, "Hey, I don't feel like you I don't feel like I should be here anymore. You're not being with me anymore." And it could have been really weird because you have an adult with the kid, with a young lady, like a young girl, and it could have been really weird. But the way that it's done, and the fact that there's not a lot shown, there's not like unnecessary, touching or anything like that. It's done in a very respectful yet real way, and it really rides that thin line of being, you know, too um too bad, I guess you would say, or it really rides that line of being okay to watch and then downright offensive to watch because you have the older guy with the younger girl. So it's done in a very good way. But thankfully, Travis kind of snaps her out of her Stockholm syndrome, and then kills her pimp, which is a nice bonus. Now, look, I know that this review could go on for a long time, but I'm not here to give you an in-depth analysis. I'm trying to keep this short and to the simple, so I'm going to bring this to a close right here. I think this is an absolute must-watch movie. If you enjoy De Niro, Scorsese, if you enjoy good movies, watch this movie. I think that everyone should watch this movie at least once in their life. I think it's a really good movie, and I think there's great performances, and you got a great director, and just some of their best work, some of the best work that's ever been put on film. So definitely, if you haven't seen this movie, watch it, and if you have, I would say Blu-ray it, man. I think it's that good. But that's my thoughts on it. I want to know what you think about this movie. So I need you to go into the comment section down below and tell me your thoughts down there. Unless you want to do it on the new Facebook page, again, See Cinema Reviews page, or on Twitter, or on Google+. Please just contact me about this movie. Let's have a discussion. I always want whatever we talk about to be a discussion, not just a monologue. So definitely tell me your thoughts wherever you want. And thank you for watching this review.